Yon's your road. Keep the stone fence to your right hand, and you can't fail of the way.
This, then, is the old coach road?
Aye, 'tis the old coach road.
And how far do I go before I reach the crossroads?
Nigh upon 3 mile. The road's a fair road enough for foot passengers, but 'twas over steep and narrow for the northern traffic. You'll mind where the parapet's broken away. Close again the signpost. It's never been mended since the accident.
What accident?
The night mail pitched right over into the valley below, a good 50 feet and more, just at the worst bit of road in the whole county.
Horrible. Were many lives lost?
All. 4 were found dead, and t'other 2 died next morning.
How long is it since this happened?
Just 9 year.
Near the signpost, you say? I will bear it in mind. Good night.
Good night, sir, and thank ye.
I watched the light of his lantern till it quite disappeared, and then turned to pursue my way alone. How silent it seemed now, with only my footsteps to listen to. I walked faster. I hummed a fragment of a tune. I cast up enormous sums in my head and accumulated them at compound interest. Meanwhile, the night air seemed to become colder and colder, and though I walked fast, I found it impossible to keep myself warm. My feet were like ice. I lost sensation in my hands. I even breathed with difficulty, as though I was scaling some gigantic Alp. I was forced to stop for a few minutes and lean against the stone fence. As I did so, I chanced to look back up the road, and there, to my infinite relief, I saw... It's a lantern. Perhaps it is Jacob, following me. No, there's another light. They're carriage lamps. Who is out on the road? Or have I already passed the crossroads and the signpost? Perhaps this is the night mail coach after all. Here it comes. There's the guard and driver. One outside passenger. I am in luck indeed. Hello? Hello? Stop! I opened the door for myself and looked in. There were but 3 travellers inside. So I stepped in, shut the door, slipped into the vacant corner, and congratulated myself on my good fortune.
You stepped into the coach? You're certain of that?
As certain as I lie here. Ugh, what a smell of mildew! The coach seemed, if possible, colder on the inside than the outside, and was pervaded by a singularly damp and disagreeable smell. There were 3 fellow passengers, all men and all silent. They did not seem to be asleep, but each leaned back in his corner of the vehicle as if absorbed in his own reflections. I attempted to open a conversation. How intensely cold it is tonight. The winter seems to have begun in earnest. Although it was dim inside the coach, still I could see that his eyes were turned full upon me, and yet he answered never a word. I addressed my left-hand neighbour. Have you any objection to an open window? Have you any objection to an open window? He neither spoke nor stirred. I lost patience and let the sash down. Ah! Why, the strap is broken! And this window, I can hardly see through it for the mildew. I examined the coach more narrowly, and saw by the uncertain light of the outer lamps that it was in the last stage of dilapidation. Every part of it was not only out of repair, but in a condition of decay. The floor was almost breaking away beneath my feet. This coach is in a deplorable condition. The regular mail, I suppose, is under repair?
Forgive me. I beg your pardon. I should not have persisted. You need rest.
No, I am not unwell. It is just... when I recall it, my heart turns cold. When I spoke to him, the third passenger, he moved his head slowly and looked me in the face without speaking a word. I shall never forget that look while I live. His eyes glowed with a fiery, unnatural luster. His face was livid as the face of a corpse. His bloodless lips were drawn back as if in the agony of death, and showed the gleaming teeth between. I turned to my opposite neighbour. He too was looking at me with the same startling pallor in his face and the same stony glitter in his eyes. I turned to the passenger on the seat beside my own and saw... oh heaven, how shall I describe what I saw? I saw that he was no living man, that none of them were living men like myself. A pale, phosphorescent light, the light of putrefaction, played upon their awful faces, upon their hair, dank with the dews of the grave, upon their clothes, earth-stained and dropping to pieces, upon their hands, which were as the hands of corpses long buried. Only their eyes, their terrible eyes, were living, and those eyes were all turned menacingly upon me. I flung myself against the door and strove in vain to open it. In that single instant, brief and vivid as a landscape beheld in the flash of summer lightning, I saw the moon shining down through a rift of stormy cloud, the ghastly signpost rearing its warning finger by the wayside, the broken parapet, the plunging horses, the black gulf below. The coach reeled like a ship at sea, then came a mighty crash, a sense of crushing pain, and then... darkness.
The shepherds found you in the morning, at the bottom of the ravine. They brought you here and I was sent for. The letters in your pocketbook showed us your name and address. Your wife was summoned to nurse you. You're lucky to be alive. Why, man, you were in a state of raving delirium with a broken arm and a compound fracture of the skull. Which all brings me back to my initial theory, that you veered too near the precipice, perhaps in the snowstorm, and fell into the ravine. Your delirium, brought on by concussion and the cold, then conjured up the whole sequence of events concerning the coach. It's just the very stuff of nightmare, after all.
So my host and his servant Jacob are figments of my imagination as well, by your reckoning?
No, I grant you them. But perhaps the storm came on again after you left them. You mentioned it grew icy cold again. Perhaps this was...
We cannot agree on this. I suggest we leave the subject.
With pleasure. You have told your wife?
No, nor shall I. And I should take it as a boon that you do the same.
Indeed, you may be sure of that. And now I shall be on my way. I shall return later in the week, and your wife knows where to send for, if need be. But I'm confident you shall be on your feet before the week is out. Interesting case. A pity the fellow was so stubborn. But as a subject for a paper on delirium and related hallucinations, he would be excellent. And a good day to you, Lady Horse. You must have returned early. Oh, that reminds me, I have that book of hers to return. I shall do that now.
Why, Doctor, what a pleasure to see. All well, I hope.
Indeed it is. I came to return this for her ladyship. I hope she had a pleasant journey. I can, of course, come back later.
But Dr. Drummond, Lady Forbes has not yet returned. Indeed, we do not expect her until next week.
But I don't understand. I just saw her in her carriage. She overtook me. And you're quite certain she has not arrived without you seeing her?
I do not see how that could be, but I will go and ask. Meanwhile, do come in.
Thank you. I shall wait in the drawing room.
Certainly, Doctor.
A curious day it is turning out. Such stories. And then the business with Lady Forbes. And am I imagining things now? Is hallucination contagious? If that is her ladyship arriving now. No, can't see anything from here. I feel increasingly uncomfortable here. Oh, deuce take it, what is a man to do? Do I wait or creep out? Sounds like something has happened.
Oh, Doctor.
So she has arrived then? I just heard the carriage draw up.
Oh, Doctor.
What is it? What's that you have there? A telegram?
The telegraph boy just came on his bicycle, sir. It's a Lady Forbes, sir. It says she died, sir, not 3 days ago at Rome.
But I saw her not half an hour ago in the carriage. Oh, there must be an error of some kind. They have mistaken her. And besides, what of the carriage?
What carriage, Doctor?
I distinctly heard the carriage and four come up to the house.
There has been nobody, sir, save you and the telegraph boy. Oh, my poor Lady Forbes.
Impossible. I heard it just now. Let me go and see. Where the devil has it gone? Here, you boy. You do not see a carriage and four ahead of you as you came up?
Me, sir? No, sir. Sorry, sir.
It's impossible. Impossible, I tell you.
In Wayfarers All, or The Phantom Coach, you heard Mark Tunstall as James Murray, Clive Marlowe as the surgeon, Carter McQueen as Jacob, Michael Cogan as Frank, David Spragg as Egerton, John Martin as Peter Kaufman the guide, Dean Medek as the landlord, and Kate Olenski as Lady Forbes's servant. And if you enjoyed our show, please visit us at talesfromthepennybloods.org and subscribe.